Hello, everyone. My name is Logan Robertson. I'm a junior here at UC Irvine, and I decided to do my presentation on the country of Switzerland. So, a little background information. The current population as of 2021 is 8,453,550 people. 15.34% make up 0 to 14 years old, 10.39% make up 15 to 24 year olds, and 42.5% make up 25 to 54. So almost half of the population is within this age range. 13.48% of people are 55 to 64, and 18.73% of people are 65 and older. As for life expectancy, the average life is 83 years. For males, the average life is 80, and for females, the average life is 85. I provided you all with this image to show the population density within the entire country of Switzerland. As you can see, the country is not that big as there's only 8 million people. So if you look at it, LA's population is quite almost that big if we were to compare the two. As for eating style and food culture, the country of Switzerland has a heavy consumption of meat within their diets. Within the last year, citizens of Switzerland have consumed an average of 52.6 kilograms of meat and 8.72 kilograms of fish and shellfish. So, with that information, we already know that the people of Switzerland should probably cut back on the meat, as that is entirely not the healthiest thing for them. And meats consumed per person, uh, the average individual consumes 21.6 kilograms of pork, 14.2 kilograms of poultry, and 11.4 kilograms of beef. Putting that into my own perspective, that is quite insane that an individual eats this much meat within a year, as I probably eat nowhere near as close as meat, but I do eat meat. Eating style and food culture continued. The typical food ingredients within dishes include bread, dairy products like milk, butter, and yogurt. Most meals are meat based, as you can tell from the previous slide. Lots of fruits and vegetables are consumed in their diets, so yes, they still do eat the fruits and vegetables, which is good. And the people of Switzerland consume a heavy amount of desserts. As we know, they love their chocolate, they love their fondues, and they love their ice cream. So for this slide, I provided you guys with some common dishes, as you'll see in the next slide. This dish is known as roasty, I think. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but this dish is commonly known as a potato pancake, and it's one of the most common foods of Switzerland. The main ingredients include potatoes, butter or lard, onion, bacon, and cheese. The average potato cake has a whopping 1,334 calories, 66 grams of fat, and 1,150 milligrams of sodium. So this is entirely not a healthy dish at all. So I would probably try this, but I don't see myself eating it a lot as most people in this country do. And another dish I provided you all with is saffron risotto. It is also another common dish of Switzerland. Its main ingredients include rice, saffron, butter, onion, garlic, tomato, stock, and thyme. This dish contains 575 calories and 26 grams of fat. So if we were comparing the two dishes I provided, this one would obviously be the healthier option. As of prevalent health issues, the top health issues include heart disease and cancer. The most common cancer in women is breast cancer, and the most common cancer in men is prostate cancer. Common cancers that affect both men and women is lung cancer, and in the first image, I just provided a picture of heart disease, and in the second image, I provided you all with just cancer cells. Prevalent health issues continued. Looking at recent statistics of the 66,791 people who died of these diseases, 31.4% of victims died to heart disease, 25.8% of victims were victims of cancer, and the other percentages were of smaller diseases such as dementia or other common illnesses that kill most people. Possible connections. While the number of one common killer in Switzerland is heart disease. Diet is the number one cause. As we saw in the previous slides, they do consume a lot of meat, which contains high levels of saturated fats. And meat consumption contains trimethylamine, which affects your gut. And it's not a great chemical to have in your body. And if you consume a heavy amount of meat like the people of Switzerland do, then your body will produce this chemical, which can, lead to cancer or, as we know, heart disease. And meat also, yes, as I just stated, can cause cancer as well. And the people of Switzerland are heavy chain smokers, which is the most common issue of causing lung cancer. And as we know, a lot of countries in Europe seem to have a smoking problem for some reason compared to the US, where, yes, most people here in the US, a lot of people do smoke, but not as much as people in Europe. For possible solutions, incorporate a healthier diet with less meats. I would recommend someone to just eat more like healthier items like salmon or fish like that. I would still say you can eat meat, but not as much meat as individuals are eating. And I would recommend slowing down on dairy products as they do incorporate a lot of cheese and butter within a lot of their dishes, especially fondue, as that's a common dish in Switzerland. And the number one thing I would definitely recommend is to quit smoking. As I just stated, lots and lots of people of Switzerland smoke. And as we know, cigarettes contain many different chemicals that do cause lung cancer within our bodies. And I would recommend exercising. Exercising, even like going for a walk for 15 minutes a day, can lower your chances of obtaining heart disease. As heart disease can be genetic, it can be prevented with a healthier diet, exercising, and just setting yourself a normal routine. And here are my sources I have used for this presentation, and I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you.